All right, good evening. My name is Kristen Abbott, and I am the choir director at Park City High School, and this is our chamber choir, and this is our very first live concert of the year, and we are so excited. We're so excited that you are here. So much to this year. We've been singing in mass. We've been singing 10 feet apart. We've had to overcome so much. They've worked so hard. Enjoy. I hope this is amazing, and we're excited. We're excited to share all of these songs with you. So, without further ado, here's the Park City High School Chamber Choir.
I am, you are me. That's what I said. I am, you are me. Don't you see? I am, you are me. That's what I said. I am, you are me. Don't you see? I am, you are me. That's what I said. I am, you are me. Don't you see?
Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there's something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there's something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start.
I am, you are me. That's what I said. I am, you are me. Don't you see?
Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. Seems like I'm over here and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start. I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body.
I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start. I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love, never fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love.
songs to sing, to take your mind off everything. Just smile, sit a while with the sun on your face, and remember the place we met. Take a breath and soon I bet you'll see. Without you I would never be. You are the leaves of my family tree. Together, together.
If you knew me from the very start, when we met last week at the grocery mart, just sitting together. It's the least that I can do. My final gift to you.
When I pass the pearly, I will find some real estate. We can settle down and watch the world go round. Send out all the love we got, and let them know we got a spot for them to be. And it's all free, the sun on your face, and remember the place we met. Take a breath and soon I bet you'll see. Without you I would never be. You are the leaves on my family tree. Together, together.
If you knew me from the very start, or not at all, you're still apart. Just sitting together. It's the least that I can do. My final gift to you. Sing
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Taylor, Director of Bands here at Park City High School. This is our Park City High School Varsity Jazz Ensemble. This is our final concert of the year. We've had a great time preparing a lot of different literature for tonight. If you did scan the QR code, we did flip the numbers. That was Love for Sale, arranged by Alan Baylock. And we are going to continue on. We're going to feature Saya here on the alto sax. This is Polka Dots and Moonbeams. All right, our next selection, I should have some singers for. All right, this is, we haven't done this one. We're actually going to bring our choir back out, and we are going to do a number with them. This was a piece that was arranged by Darman Meter and recorded by the New York Voices, along with the Clayton Hamilton Big Band. And so we are going to do I Could Write a Book.
Could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget.
And the simple secret
Plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers a friend. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way that you walk and whisper, and the way that you look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. Oh, and the simple secret of the perfect plot, let me say it again and again, is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And then the world will discover as my story ends how to make two lovers a friend. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way that you whisper and walk, and the way that you look. I could write a preface on how we met,
so the world would never forget. The simple secret of the perfect plot
is just to tell them that I love you a lot.
the world will discover as my fairy tale ends how to make two lovers out of two best friends.
How to make two lovers out of two best friends.
How to make two lovers
say I could write a book.
I've actually had a great time working with Miss Abbott putting that one together. And honestly, I looked at her just the other day and like, why didn't we do this a couple years ago? So thank you guys very much for your work on that. That's a fun chart to do. We have one more that we're going to do before we bring out our guest artist. This is kind of a contemporary big pan tune by a gentleman by the name of Fred Sturm, and it is called Chronometry. earlier this year, I had the opportunity to contact someone who I consider a friend now. I'll just share my quick little story. When I was a junior in high school, I had the opportunity to attend the Telluride Jazz Camp in Telluride, Colorado. And there were about 5 different student big bands, and I was playing in one, and we were doing a tune called MOT, which some of our JV kids got to play last night. And this is a tune was by my trumpet idol, Maynard Ferguson. And so we're playing this tune, and I had a good night. I played well. And this gentleman comes up to me afterwards. He's like, "Son, Maynard would be proud." And of course, he had played in Maynard's band for quite a long time. So to get that compliment, that to me was a very, very pivotal moment as a young musician and changed my focus on some of the things that I was going to be doing. Fast forward many years, he took an appointment at Denver University, the Lamont School of Music. And we had a couple students who were interested. So we had the opportunity to bring this gentleman up to Park City, did some recruiting. And yes, we have been sending kids down there, and they're just having a wonderful time. And I later became the vice president of jazz for the Utah Music Educators Association, so I got to pick who got to conduct the all-state jazz band. So I brought this gentleman up, and he was absolutely amazing. And he writes lots of music, so we had the opportunity to have him write something specifically for us. And I'll have him kind of come out and tell the story of how that happened, and then I'm going to have a student tell an actual story about the song that we are about to do. But it gives me just absolute great pleasure to introduce he's been an idol, mentor, and a good friend, Mr. Steve Weist.
Hey, everybody, what's up? Yeah, how y'all are? Okay, yeah. So that's academia talk from professorial world. So, Christopher Taylor, the hardest working man in show business. First of all, give it up for Sir Chris, the Prof. Taylor, Lord Taylor, Lord Taylor. He asked me to write a piece for the group, and as he mentioned, you know, half of the Lamont School of Music is PC grads. So it's like, thank the Lord for this program. I know, right? And so I said, yes, please, because this program is well known all across the country. So what we did was I love to write programmatically, meaning I love to have a story to try to represent my feelings about that story through the music. So you can't listen to the music and say, oh, yeah, that's the part where the dog, yeah, that's sad, it's horrible. It's not literal like that, but it's a cool way to write. So we did a Zoom, as everybody did this year. I'll be glad to never do a Zoom again. How about you? It's tiresome, isn't it? This is much better, what we're doing right now. This is music. This is what we're doing. So we did a Zoom, and we talked, and I said, what do y'all want to do? And they came up with some ideas, a couple of them sang some ideas, and I wrote them down and recorded them and put them in this piece of music. And I said, does anybody have an epic story? And this young man stepped up to the plate who should come up here and tell us this story. The bodacious one. Here he comes. He said, why, yes, indeed, I do have a story, and this is what he told me.
So this is called The Legend of Laughlin and the PC Blue. So in the mid-50s, silver was still actually a profitable business for Park City, collecting between Salt Lake and Park City. We would have drivers go back and forth. And one of these drivers was Arnold Laughlin, who was originally from Australia, but got a job with Wells Fargo with driving bank trucks. So one of these days, he was in his truck called the PC Blue, which is known for its really bright, vibrant blue color. And he was driving in the middle of a snowstorm, and he sees a figure up ahead. And, of course, he stops and wonders what's going on. And this man by the name of Sandy asks, hey, could I get a ride to Salt Lake? Now, how he knew Laughlin was going to Salt Lake is a mystery. We don't know how he knew the route he was taking and everything. But Sandy's like, hey, I have a shortcut to get to Salt Lake. And as we all know, shortcuts are a great way to take if you want to get anywhere in life. So Laughlin decides, all right, if you're so certain about the shortcut and you seem like a local, I'll trust you. So eventually Sandy ends up taking Laughlin over to where Round Valley area is, which, as we know, doesn't have a lot of roads, especially in the 1950s. But he climbs up to the top of Round Valley through a bunch of snowdrifts, and all of a sudden Sandy's like, you need to speed up as fast as you can to get over this hill to be able to get to the backside and down to Salt Lake. However, at the top of this hill, there is a giant cliff. So the truck careens into the cliff, and as soon as the car hits the ground, Laughlin is knocked unconscious, and Sandy takes as much silver as possible. Years later, when the truck was actually found, there was no remnants of the silver. And the question is, did Laughlin actually make that story up, or is Sandy an actual person who stole the silver and walked all away with it? And you can hear all this in the tune that we are just going to play, and I hope you enjoy it.
How about that, Bodie? How does he know that story? Let's another round of applause for Bodie. So, in keeping with the libretto that Sir Bodie has given us, the first thing you'll hear is kind of a mishmash of stuff, and that's the big, giant blue truck in a snowstorm. So we'll hear that. We'll hear some sirens. We'll hear some honking going on, all kinds of stuff. Then we go into the tune, which is the drive to hopefully deliver the silver, and that's the basic tune you'll hear. And then we get a Dallin solo, which there should be a trombone solo in every piece written by a trombonist. Of course there is. So say hello again to Sir Dallin. Yeah, you don't have to, just take a bow. Oh, yes. He bows really well. And so after his solo, though, we get into some unusual sounding things, and that's where the truck falls off the cliff and he's unconscious. So when you're dreaming, you dream of woodwinds. And so we get to hear the woodwind section here. They're going to play bass clarinet and flute and clarinets, all kinds of stuff. Tuba, euphonium, such an angelic instrument, the euphonium. And then he wakes up, and the end of the piece is the big question mark that Bodie mentioned. Where did the silver go? Some people think Lord Taylor inherited the silver. We don't know. But he can afford a lot of trumpets, so maybe that's it. And they are made out of silver. Coincidence? I think not. Here is the legend of Sir Laughlin and the PC Blue. The truck fell off the road. So I'll go 1, 2, 2, 2, then drums, 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 back. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2.
So what I'm going to have fun with is when he actually sends that to the publisher. It's very common, you will find doubles sometimes in a thing. Rarely do you ever find a tuba part in a trumpet part, even a euphonium part. You don't see that very often. So yeah, I'm going to say good luck with the publishing part on that, I think. It's going to be fun, though. It'll be good. But hey, the cool thing about it is anybody who buys that chart, it will say, written by Steve Weist for the Park City High School Varsity Jazz Ensemble. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So, all right, I'm giddy now because Steve and I are going to play a little duet. This is a piece that was done by the Stan Kenton Orchestra, and this is entitled Granada Smoothie. This is our closer for tonight. So again, thank you all very much for coming out and supporting live music, and we're just going to have a good time. So this is Granada Smoothie.